Hey guys, so I've had a ton of people ask me how I read so fast, so I'm going to be doing a video on some of the tips that I use to speed read. Now I'm up to over 100 books this year alone, so here are some tips that I use that can help you to read quicker and learn faster. Before I start, I'd like to say that there are two programs in here that help you digest information better, and they both offer a free trial. But I did not get paid to do this promotion. I am showing you them because they are amazing services and ones I actually use. I'll always be honest with you guys. Now, I have actually read 100 physical books, but I have listened to and watched a lot more. So the first tip is to read through the headlines. And this is really good for nonfiction reading, especially for the gold nuggets, because it primes your brain to look for the important stuff in the following chapter. So this is something that took me a while to learn, but I initially got it from Tai Lopez. I used to read every single word in a book, from front to back, for me to consider having read it. But this was wrong. Books are made up with a couple great ideas, and rarely every page is filled with gold nuggets. The point is, going into a book thinking, the author obviously had some points to make, but needed 200 or 300 pages to sell it, so I'm just going to look for the great points they had. Usually, you can do this by reading the headlines, or at least the first and last sentence of a paragraph or chapter. My second tip is to listen to Audible. So this is a great tip. Why would you read an entire book to gain the knowledge if you can just listen to it and do other things as well? Obviously, if you read it and you have a physical copy of it, you might have better retention, but you can boost your overall productivity and do things in the meantime by listening to Audible. I love listening to audiobooks when I'm driving or doing things like cleaning. Sometimes my eyes get tired from reading so much, and some of you may even have trouble reading, like dyslexia or other problems like that. And listening to a book in audio format is a great way to overcome these problems. You can sign up for the free trial with the link in the description, and you'll get a free book to listen to and try it out to see if it fits your style. I highly recommend it. Tip number 3 is to use your fingers to guide your eyes. So this goes with any basic read faster video. I could go into tons of different eye movements and other technical stuff, but to save you guys time, a little tip is to hold the book out from your face a little bit further than normal and to use your fingers to guide your eyes. Holding it away might strain your eyes a little bit, but if you can do it and get used to it, it will make your eyes have to move less in the long run. Try to find books with a bit larger font to reduce the eye strain associated with this tip. Using your finger to guide your eyes will also give you a better idea of the pace that you are reading and how often you have to go back through and reread stuff. The next tip is to watch book reviews or make your own. So here's a little shameless self-promotion here, and it's a bit of awesome advice too. Basically, there are tons of awesome resources to get the same knowledge and stories out of books for a cheaper price and an easier to digest format. Watching video reviews or even summaries of the books can potentially save you a lot of time and even money in the long run. I still recommend buying a physical copy of the book so that you can underline the best parts and give credit to the writer. However, there are tons of new book animators coming up, and they offer immense value. So I want to talk about something that has completely changed how I think about books. So I found out about BLINKIST a couple months ago, and basically what they are is a service that reviews and summarizes books and offers you basically just the gold nuggets out of them. The service costs, it's like $50 a year, but you'll have access to almost 2,000 books that they've summarized, as well as they add 40 new books a month. So there's amazing value with this deal, and you'll definitely get the $50 back in value. Basically, they turn a 300-page book into 15 pages of only the gold nuggets that you need to read. Another cool thing about them is you can pay for the upgraded plan and get audio versions of the mini books read to you, so that you can basically get the value of a book while you're on the run or working or something that takes minimal cognitive function. Basically something like a summarized version of Audible. I do want to say that you can sign up with a link in the description for a free trial, which will blow you away. I think their service is awesome and offers amazing value, and I think you could benefit from it. It's very important to me, though, that this channel holds up integrity and only promotes products worth using. So the next tip is not to sub-vocalize. So I still have trouble with this tip, but basically, when most people read, they say words in their throat. Now, they might not make any sounds, but it has been scientifically proven that your throat muscles are activated. Many think this is because when we learn to read, we don't read in our head, we only say the words out loud, and this is just a learning habit that's stuck. To read faster, we have to get rid of this. It takes practice, and you'll have to watch someone else give advice on this, because I still struggle with this and don't feel qualified to teach you. Another tip is to read what interests you. Obviously, you'll have more motivation to read books that interest you. Now, of course, during your school year and academic program, you'll have to read books to earn your credits. But read books that you actually enjoy in your spare time to make reading those other books a bit quicker. For me, reading books on money, investing, psychology, and ways to better your life are what intrigue me. Practical things that I can get value out of. Others may be interested in business, relationships, health, or even fictional stories. Not everything you have to read has to have practical value. It can be for entertainment purposes too. Another great tip I took when I started reading for fun, well, to learn, was to practice. Just start reading. This tip goes with reading what you're interested in, otherwise you'll get bored. You won't be passionate about learning and you won't want to. So start out small, go for a couple pages each day, maybe a book a week. And then you can get to where you just start picking out the gold nuggets, and maybe you can read a whole book within a day, depending on your schedule and budget. Also, I'm going to give you a little tip on how to buy books cheaper. Now this is what I did, and I've got almost 100 books so far in my private library. Basically, just buy them on eBay, instead of a specific retailer or manufacturer if you're tight on budget. eBay books, or even books at the local dollar store, can offer you great value for just a few bucks, and I hope this helps someone. Now the last tip I'm going to give you has to do with remembering what you've learned. Naturally, the title of this video has to do with learning quicker, and a great way to convert your short-term memory to your long-term memory is to use what you learned within 24 hours, and to get a good night's sleep. For me, I like to make animated book reviews, and you can too. There's a link in the description to the Blinkist website, which will make it super easy to start on your first couple book reviews. And there's also a link in the description to the software I use, VideoScribe. I hope these tips help you ingrain what you've learned better, and possibly even start a new business. Leave a comment of your favorite books below and a book that you're wanting. And if you inspire me to buy either, I'll send you a copy of the book that you are wanting. Now, I'll be making a video of my top favorite books soon, and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything great. Also, stay tuned for the giveaway. The details will be in the next video, so follow the steps on screen to make sure you get notified as soon as I upload. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.